Good morning, and welcome to your weekly cup of Joe. My name is Joe King. I'm the owner of Physical Therapy Advantage in North Aurora, and I'm coming to you from our clinic today. We are going to be doing some videos, two-segment video here on the top 7 general balance exercises that you should do as you age. I'm going to break it down to 4 today and a few the next week. So we'll do that in a 2-video segment. So these are just some simple things that you can do to help with your general balance as you age, because the old adage works or plays in effect. If you don't use it, you lose it. So here we go. First one we're going to talk about is balancing on one leg, or a single leg stance. All right. I'm going to show you from this way, and you can hold on to a countertop, a high countertop, whatever works for you, back of a chair, couch, whatever's sturdy. You can use 2 hands, so you can face the counter if you want to. I'm going to, so you can see it, I'm going to use a pole here and a counter and stand on one leg. I'm going to try to keep my waist level. My knee is going to be soft if it can. If it can't, you can keep it straight and lock out the muscles. But if it can be soft, try to keep it soft. Just lift the leg, bend the knee, lift it back. Try not to bring it forward. Try to just bend the knee a little bit, so it's just not touching the ground. All right. Try to keep your feet, your knees facing forward. You don't want to rotate it out too far. So try to keep it facing forward as best you can. Good upright posture. Lightly using whatever you're holding on to. You're not death grip and bending forward. 15, 20, 30 seconds. We do that on both legs. Nice and easy. You'll go back and forth. You're going to find one leg bothers you, or maybe not bothers you, is more challenging than the other leg, which is totally normal to do. So you definitely want to make sure that you're doing that challenging leg for sure if there's a time constraint. I'll put all the sets and repetitions below in the box so you can see those as well. The next one we're going to do is a staggered stance. So your feet stay shoulder width apart, and you just bring one leg out in front of the other. You don't have to bring it in front of you, just bring it out in front. About 1 foot, 12 inches out in front or so. Roughly, give or take a few inches, whatever you feel comfortable. Once again, good posture. Holding on with 1 hand or 2 hands, whatever you want. If you're in the hallway, you can use the 2 walls. Knees are soft. Try to have equal weight on left and right legs. All right. Your feet and toes aren't digging in too much. All right. And you're just trying to keep that waist level. And just try to balance. Hold that position. Once that begins easy, you can then challenge yourself by bringing your feet in more of alignment, where 1 foot is directly in front of the other. They don't have to be touching heel to toe, but they can definitely be more in front of one another. And bend the knees, same thing, equal weight left and right. And if you can start to take away your support system, that helps challenge you a little bit more. And if you want to bring your feet a little closer together so your heel and toe are actually touching, so now your base of support is a little bit more narrow, that challenges as well. Same thing, you start up 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, whatever you feel comfortable. You have to make sure you alternate 1 foot in front of the other, so you're challenging both ways. And you can do that 2, 3, or 4 times. The next exercise we're going to do is use a furniture slider. Just a typical furniture slider. I have an oversized one for a bigger piece of furniture. All right. Now, once again, you can use 2 hands for support on your countertop, 1 countertop and something else, or back a chair, whatever you want to do. And you can do 2 motions. Slightly slide or kick out to the side, directly to the side. Feet, hip, knees facing forward. 10, 15, 20 repetitions. And then just backwards. Kind of like a cross-country skiing. Just moving backwards. As you can see, my opposite leg does bend a little bit as I move out. Not bending a lot, but it does bend a little bit, which is fine. I'm not bending forward as I go back, and I'm not leaning away as I go out either. I'm staying upright. All right? And try to keep those toes, hips, and knees, everything facing forward. 2 to 3 sets of 10, 15, 20 repetitions is really, really good for that. The last thing we're going to do is sit to stand. And we have our chair here. Ours has armrests. So we're just going to practice. It's a controlled squat or a sit to stand, which is much more functional for us. So we scoot out kind of towards the edge of the table or edge of the chair, not all the way, but so your legs are off. If you want to use your armrest to start with, that's totally fine. If you want to put your hands here, that's totally fine as well. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Feet are shoulder width apart roughly, and your feet are underneath your knees. And you're going to lean forward and then come up. And then slowly go back down. Lean forward, come back, go up, stand all the way up, tighten all the muscles, butt, leg muscles, and then slowly go down. If you want to have your hands for a little balance, maybe you need a little bit of a boost. Try not to use your arms too much, but so they're there. That's fine. And especially if you feel safer going back, reaching, go ahead and reach back. That's okay too. And if you feel like you need to go all the way back, so after you stood up, you go all the way back, so the back of your legs are touching the chair, and then you can reach back and sit back into the chair that way. For safety, if you feel more comfortable because your balance is a little bit off, that's fine. And then you just scoot forward, and then go up. Try not to use your arms too much here, pushing up, everything there. You want to use your legs. And the big thing is, don't let your legs collapse in. Don't let them go out like cowboy. Don't let them collapse in. When you're going up and when you're going down, don't let them collapse in either. Slow and controlled. 5 to 10 repetitions is all you have to do. But the big thing is pick a different chair or different surface each day to do these. So one day you can use kitchen chair with armrest, dining room with or without armrests, your computer chair, off the side of your bed, toilet, chair that you watch TV on, the couch. Whatever it is that you sit on during the day, you just each day pick a different surface. So you practice getting up and down from the surfaces that you use. Excellent. So next week, we're going to talk about some more top 7 general balance exercises that you can work on. These are 4 exercises that work and help general balance and strengthening to work with your general balance as you age. If you have any questions about these or any general balance questions at all, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 630-892-8003. That's 630-892-8003. Happy to talk it through. If we need to bring you in for a free assessment, that's fine too. But work on these things, because if you don't use it, you lose it. We look forward to seeing you next week for your weekly